Alright guys, welcome back. In this video today, I'm going to show you guys how to handle a pre-order, especially if you have a shipment delay or any type of issues going on with a pre-order. I'm going to show you guys how to update your customers, what are best practices when it comes to update your customers, and how to stay on top of your pre-order after everything is done, said and done. So, without further ado, just do me a favor and hit that like button. Let's get this video over 200 likes. This is going to be another great one. Let's get it. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So, I'm on the back end right now. So, normally when everybody runs a pre-order, they just close the site and then they just start putting updates on their Instagram story or on Instagram. And that's cool. You want to make sure you're updating your customers, especially if there's like a shipping delays. Let's say your manufacturer said it was going to take 4 weeks and it ended up taking 6 weeks. You want to make sure you're updating your customer every step of the process. You want to make sure you update the customer after when the pre-order goes into production. You want to update your customer when the pre-order is almost being finished. You want to update your customers with any progress photos that you get from your manufacturer. You want to update your customers when the pre-order ships to you. You want to update your customer when you get the pre-order. And the last thing they're going to get is a shipping tracking confirmation. I know a lot of people be like, yo, I don't want to keep on blowing up the customer, but you have to let a customer know what's going on. If you don't let the customer know what's going on, you just leave them in the dark, they're going to think you're a scammer. They're going to think you just took their money, and they're going to put a chargeback. And the more chargebacks you get on your Shopify, they're going to start putting money on hold, and or they might just kick you off the Shopify platform altogether. So that's why you want to make sure you're always communicating with your customer. One bad thing I see a lot of people do is they only communicate on Instagram. And the problem with only communicating with your customers on Instagram, they didn't buy on Instagram unless they went through Instagram Shop or whatever the case is. They bought on your website. So if you're not communicating on your website and somebody comes to your site and your site's just locked with a lock screen and they don't have anything telling them what's going on, you're doing a disservice to your customer. So the first thing I would say always do when you lock your site after a pre-order, the first thing I will always say do is just change this. So like right here, this is what our lock site looked like. And I just made this site real quick for YouTube. This is not anything that we use. So I'm just saying, imagine if this was like a bikini brand or something like that. It will have the countdown right here, talking about when the next drop is, and subscribe with your phone number right here, right? So what I would do is I'll come over here to my countdown timer if we just closed the drop, right? And I would, is that my correct countdown time? Where is the, oh, it's right here. All right, boom, this one. So I'll change it where it says next drop, when the next drop is, and I'll say pre-order is in production. Like I'll put something like that, pre-order is in production, or I'll put, if you have questions on your order, reach out to, and I'll put the customer service email right there. So I was like, if you have questions on your order, reach out to, and I'll put the customer service email. I'll change the font size so it could just show right there. And so anytime somebody come onto the site, they'll see that. So they can't be like, oh, I didn't know what's going on. I'll probably go ahead and just put an update there, whatever's going on in the pre-order process. You could be like, orders are in production, orders about to ship, orders are 1 week out from shipping, anything in there. So when they go to your site, they can answer their question right away. Because the main thing everybody's going to ask, where's my order? Where's my order? Are you a scammer? Where's my order? Even if you ship it, they're going to still think you're a scammer. So you want to make sure you have some type of update or the customer service email so you can reach, so they can reach out to you. So that's the first step right there. That's the first thing you should do when you close your site after a pre-order. Just make sure you're updating that right there. Then you also put things on Instagram story and stuff like that. So now we're at 2 forms of communication updating customers. We're updating you on Instagram on the brand page, and then we're also updating you on the lock screen on our Shopify. And if you want us to help you make your lock screen like this, go ahead and DM me on Instagram, or I'll put it in the description, because this is a lock screen that we can make for you to where your lock screen looks like this with the phone number, the countdown timer, and we can show you how to update it on your own and stuff like that. So go ahead and reach out to me if you want to go set your lock screen up like that. The next thing I would do, if you've been following all my tips and tricks, you should already be on Postscripts by now, or some type of SMS marketing platform or anything, whether it be Postscripts or Klaviyo. I'm gonna update customers there. And somebody be like, yo, Drake, how do I update the customers that placed an order on my drop? I'll show you. So I'll go to Postscripts, right? I'm on Postscripts and I'll make a segment. So I'll go to segments and I'll create a segment and I'll change it to the criteria for this segment is last order date equals within the last, let's say we did the drop within the last 30 days. So I could be like last order date within the last, we just dropped like 15 days ago. So I'm going to say last order date within the last 20 days. So that's 489 members right there. So let's say our drop had like 600 customers, or let's say the drop had like 700 customers and I'm only messaging the 489. That's fine, because not everybody's going to be signed up to your SMS list, but you want to make sure you're updating as many people as possible. So let's say, let me drop that down. Let's say the drop was in the last 15 days. So 294 customers. So I'm going to go do the last 20 days. So 489 customers. So that's my segment. So I'm going to do like, name this drop, last drop people. All right. And it will change depending on when your drop date was. You know what I'm saying? So if your pre-order is open up for a week, you want to make sure this is including when you first open the site and is including when you close the site. Okay. So you want to get all those people right there that is signed up for SMS. So I saved that segment and I'm going to go to campaigns. I'm going to create a campaign, create a standard campaign. And I hate when it does this. Confirm, whatever. I'll edit it later. Boom. Boom. Okay. And we're going to do our last drop people. Boom. That's like only 2% of my subscriber base. Take off save send. And I'll put an update right there. I'll say, hey, merge tags, custom links. Well, I want to do choose template. How do I do it? Oh, here we go. Merge tags. Hey, first name. So it would say whatever the customer first name is. Hey, Elizabeth. Items from the pre-order are now in production and will be on the way to us soon. We will make sure to keep you updated. And I'm going to go back. I'm spelling quickly. Keep you updated. If you have any concerns, feel free to reach out to us here. And I'll put the customer service email, whatever the customer service email may be, right there. So, and as you can see, it's kind of jumbled up, so I'm going to space it out. So, hey, Elizabeth, your items from the pre-order are now in production. All right. Now in production. And then I'll like space that out like that. So, hey, Elizabeth, your items from the pre-order are now in production and will be on the way to us soon. We'll make sure to keep you updated. And boom, I'll do something simple like that. And you can reword it. And then it could be different messages. So like this could be the first message they send after the pre-order close. And then I could do another message saying like, hey, I could be like, hey, the items are on the way to us. That could be another message. You never want to feel like you're not updating somebody. It's kind of like your customers and you are dating. And you want to keep them in the loop at all times. Everybody knows how it feels to be ghosted or like somebody not communicating with you. So you want to make sure you're over communicating with your customers. And I just showed you guys how to make a segment. So we're only messaging those people that's on our list. Majority of those people that's on our list that just was part of that last pre-orders. Because you don't want to message your whole list. I'm just messaging these select few people. You feel me? If you're still following me, I hope y'all like this video already, man, because we're giving some crazy games. So now we have 3 ways that we are responding to customers after this pre-order, keeping them updated with everything that's going on. So first is Instagram, then it's the lock screen, then we're going to send you a text message. So if we missed you on the Instagram, hopefully we catch you on the lock screen. If we missed you on the Instagram and the lock screen, hopefully we caught you on the text message. And now if we ain't caught you on the text message, we're also going to catch you on the email. So you want to make sure you do all of these. You don't just do one or the other. You do all of these. You want to make sure you're updating customers as much as possible when it comes to the pre-order, because you want to make sure, like, if they do charge back, you can show the evidence to Shopify, like, hey, I was letting the customer know what was going on. I was telling them what was going on. I was giving them updates with what was going on. You want to make sure you're updating customers as much as possible, guys. All right, so I'm going to show you guys how to do it with the email. All right, so we're going to navigate back. We're going to navigate back over here to Shopify. And why is marketing shaded out? I got to look into that. And we're going to go all the way over to customers. All right. I'm going to cover up their information. We're not showing no customers' information. And we're going to make a segment as well. So we're going to go up here and we're going to add filter. We're going to create a segment. So there's 2 ways you can create a segment. So if you did a pre-order for a specific item, let's say like a specific item is not available yet. So you can create a segment for that specific item. And you can create a segment for like the last orders, like how I just did on Postscripts, like what they last ordered. So let's do the specific item first. All right, so it's product purchase, product name, and let's say the specific item that we don't have is this beanie. Yeah, this beanie right here. And add another criteria. Product purchase equals true. Apply filter. So that's 94 customers right there. So let's say I had 94 customers where I didn't have that beanie and I need to update them like, hey, this is what's going on with your beanie. So that's how you can go about that. But let's just say the whole entire pre-order, I have people that bought beanies, t-shirts, everything that we just don't have yet, and I want to update them. Okay, so how I'll do that is I'll go to customer added. I think I've seen it up there. First order date, last order date. Yeah, you could do that. Orders placed, and you could do a date range. So I'm trying to think when we did our last drop. I want to say it was the 15th, and add another criteria. Date range until, let's say, now. And order place equals true. Apply filter. So I know that's off because we had more orders than that. But let's say it's 134 customers, right? So now I'll make that segment of 100. Let's say it was like 134 customers out. So that just means there's a lot of people that's not signed up for our email, because as you can see on the other end, it was 498 on SMS, which is fine. So that even shows the fall off. So like I had more people sign up on our SMS than they signed up on our email. But you want to make sure you update people as much as possible. So that just shows if I only sent the email, I would have missed a lot of people. But since I sent the SMS as well, I'm going to cross over and catch a lot more people. So I'm not only catching them on the Instagram, updating them about orders. I'm also updating them about orders on the lock screen, and I'm updating about orders on the SMS, and I'm updating orders on email. So that just shows you right there why you need to be updating on all 4, because like people are going to miss it, and some people are not signed up for everything, as I just showed here. We have more people signed up on the SMS than the email, which is fine, but I'm going to still send the email as well, just in case if I miss them on the SMS, I'll catch them on the email. So I'll save that segment and I'll do last pre-order, whatever. Like I'm just doing it, right? So I just did last pre-order, and I'll go over here to Shopify emails. That's under apps. So Shopify email, right? And I have one right here where we did an update right here, and I'll show it to you guys. Hi, hey, family, boom. And look, I have 110 people right here from pre-order one. I can say, hey family, I'd like to apologize for the delay on your orders. I have good news. All items are now at the warehouse and orders will begin to ship next week. I can't wait to see you again, your new merch. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience. Thank you for the support. Simple. I'm sending an email like that. Simple. Like, you just giving them updates, and you can keep on sending more than one emails or more than one text messages updating the customer. Just don't send one. Update them. Communicate, guys. That's one thing we fail to do. We get the money and we don't communicate again until it's time to ship orders, and you'll be like, damn, they can't wait. I'm not Amazon. These customers tripping, blah, 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 blah. But the real case is, it takes nothing to communicate, bro. You can set up all these emails and automate them, and they can just shoot out. It takes 15 minutes to update everybody, bro. Once you already have the segment made, it takes like 15 minutes to update people. And that's the best case practice you could do when you doing a pre-order. You want to make sure you're updating people every step of the way, because it takes about 4 to 6 weeks for your items to come in traditionally on a pre-order, unless you have a fast manufacturer. So if you're in a situation like that, you want to make sure you're updating customers. Let's say if it takes 4 to 6 weeks, you want to make sure you're updating customers at least like 3 to 6 times in that process as everything is going on, just so they know, like at least one update a week in the whole pre-order process, just so they know what's going on and what to expect, especially if there's a delay. A lot of people will get a delay and not say nothing. They'll not say nothing. Like, you need to say something. You can't help a delay. It happens, bro. But you need to let people know that, because as soon as you go ghost and dark, people start to charge back. They start to call you a scammer. And when you're growing your brand and your business or whatever the case may be, you want to make sure you have a lot of people with good positive situations with you, good positive business with you. So when they go out and tell people about your brand, it's not like, oh, they just some scammers. Oh, they're not going to ship your stuff, because that hurts your business. That hurts your business. Because more people going to tell people about a negative experience they had with you than people telling them about a positive experience you had with you. So I want somebody to be like, yo, I ordered from them. I ordered from Dre, and he updated me every step of the way. Even when I wanted a refund, he gave me the refund right away. A lot of you guys are keeping the money and be like, yo, I can't refund the customer, bro. Like, you need to have money set aside for refunds. You need to refund people, bro. Like, it's sometimes people gonna be like, hey, bro, this shit taking too long. Can I get a refund? And you already spent the money at Balenciaga. Now you can't afford to refund the customers. You gotta put that money back in your business just in case. You never know what might happen, bro. Shipping might be more than you expected from the manufacturer. So you got to have money right available. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I'll show you guys what to do when you do a pre-order and what to expect. All right, I showed you guys 4 ways how to update your customers during the pre-order process, just letting them know what's going on. The key takeaways is you want to make sure you're doing all 4. You don't want to just do one. You want to do the Instagram story updates. You want to have the updates on your lock screen when they go to your website. You want to update them via SMS messages. You want to update them via email. You want to make sure you're updating your customers, because they're always going to have an excuse like, oh, I didn't see that. I didn't know that was going on. And that's another way to tell them to make sure they're signed up on the list. If a customer be like, hey, bro, I didn't see your updates, I'm like, hey, this is a good time for you to sign up for the SMS list so we can always update you. It's not just about sales and new drops. It's also about updating you on orders. Now you got a new SMS subscriber. Look how easy that is. And you just continue to grow your list. But you want to make sure you're not go non-communication and go ghost after this drop closes, because a lot of people do that. After the pre-order closes, y'all just go ghost until it's time to ship the orders to the customers. And that's not a great practice at all. And just only posting on Instagram is not a great practice at all, because Instagram notoriously hides stuff from customers. It hides in the algorithm, and you don't want a customer to be like, oh, I didn't see that. And you don't want it to just be on the highlight or whatever the case is. You want to make sure you're hitting people's phones, hitting people's emails, make sure it's on the lock screen. And I can't stress that enough, guys. We got to make sure we're communicating. You want to give a good experience to the customer. And yes, you're still going to have some customers that want a refund. You're still going to have some customers that want to charge back after you do all of that. But it's best case scenario to make sure you're still doing it, because some customers are still going to stick it out and they're going to understand. Like, you don't have to be scared. They're going to understand. Some gonna understand, some are not. But like most majority is gonna understand. So if you need any more tips like this or have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll probably do a video on it, or I'll just reply in the comment. If you haven't already, make sure you're following me on Instagram, and just like this video, please, so I can keep on doing more videos like this for you guys.